First graders, today we are going to be collaging a huge hamburger sandwich just like Henry Matisse would have collaged. So to start, you're going to take this off-white piece of paper that looks like a bun color, and you're going to need to fold it in half because we are going to cut a top and a bottom bun at the same time. So I'm going to make this bun like a half of a circle, and if you can't see that, you'll see it when I cut it out. This half circle, while I cut it out, my paper is folded in half, and magically I cut two at the same time. So I think that one makes a really nice top, the top of the bun, because it's really rounded. If you don't like the bottom being rounded like that, you could cut part of it off so it's more of a trapezoid shape. I am not doing any gluing until the very end. So in those scrap bins at your table, you are trying to find paper that's the right color of what you want to make. So once I have the color, I am going to cut something out, and I'm thinking about its shape. So what do you think that is? Color, brown, shape is a long oval. Awesome. It is a hamburger. So you could start to think about the texture of that hamburger as well. It's okay today to use these scissors that are a little bit crazy. Sometimes when a hamburger is grilled, it has some of the bumps on it. So you could use the fun scissors to create some textures. Let's see, what else? Sometimes hamburger buns have those little seeds on them. And if you want to use the hole punch today, this hole punch is catching what I'm taking out, so it's in this little trap door right here. If I shake those out, awesome! I would get some really cool looking little seeds for the hamburger bun. So I am not going to glue these down right now, but you guys know that these little pieces, they would barely need any glue at all. So they could be sprinkled on the bun. What else? Oh, I'm going to cut something out that's red. And they usually are in circles. Awesome, you guys guessed it, tomatoes. What about red? Something you put on your hamburgers that maybe is wavy when you put it on. And sometimes it's really skinny. It comes out really thin, or you might have a big glob of it. You guys guessed it, ketchup. So I'm kind of cutting back and forth today. Not really sure what I'm doing yet. What if I cut these off and have some long bumpy lines? That could be like my lines of my ketchup. Lots of red. What else could I put on here? Let's see. Something green maybe? Hey, this stuff is supposed to be really good for you, but it's all bumpy and crunchy. What do you think it is? You got it. Lettuce. Cheese. I'm going to get a big piece of cheese. Cheese could be a triangle shape, but it definitely should kind of probably be a yellowish color if you wanted to make it look like, oops, those are flying everywhere. Swiss cheese. You could punch some holes out of it. Sometimes I like onions on my hamburgers. So this purple paper, I like a purplish red onion. I'm going to cut an oval. And this time, I'm going to follow it in a spiral. So I'm just cutting along the edge of the onion. Because usually you get an onion ring on a burger. So that kind of looks like onion rings. So as we start to get this kind of filled up today, it's okay if stuff pops off a little bit. I'm going to add something really silly. I think that at Ponchos and Lefties in Monroe, you can get a burger with something on it that you usually have for breakfast. It's white with yellow in the middle. Yeah, an egg. I like some bacon on my hamburgers. trying to find a scissors that maybe would help get that bacon edge. That doesn't really look like bacon. Sometimes the crazy scissors are a little bit too crazy. What if I just made a really wavy line on my cutting? I think that looks more like bacon. So today you want to fill this up with as much stuff as you can that you would maybe have on a burger. It could be onion rings. It could be French fries. I have seen burgers that have 2 or 3 hamburgers on them. Once you start to have it filled up, I'm going to start by gluing at the bottom. So I glued that bun first. As you glue, you want to think about overlapping. You don't want a space between your layers because it'll look like things are floating. I'm always gluing on the back side of these papers because then I know how much glue to add. That's going to be a little tricky. I'm going to have to like press on that because it's popping up so much. Oh, that egg. So do you notice how everything is touching? It's okay to overlap, tuck things behind, put things on top. Maybe I might have a line of ketchup over this, on top of this stuff. So you want to spend a lot of time today filling your papers up. Your goal is to try to stretch your burger all the way up to the top of the paper. But you also want to think about putting stuff on that's touching and overlapping. So your finished project, when you're all done, will need to go in the drying rack because you might have a little bit of glue coming off of it. And that is what you need to do. You will have to clean up all of your scraps at your table and mess you made. Should the top of the bun go here or up here? You got it. It definitely should touch my stuff.